Hi, my name's Celestino Alonzo, and right now I'm in a cemetery. You're probably wondering, why are you in a cemetery? Well, I'm here to answer some questions. I had a lot of people come to me within these last few years, and they talk to me about death and what is death and why do people die. Sometimes I kind of answer them with like the shrug of my shoulder, and I'm just like, we die because we have to. But the real answer to that is we die because of sin. Eve ate the fruit, Adam ate the fruit. So the first initial sin caused our bodies to start dying. Our soul and our spirit, they're two separate things, but together. To explain this in a way that I'm able to understand and explain is this. If you have your soul and your soul is all your emotions, your feelings, everything you care about, almost like your memory. That's your soul. Your spirit was given to you by God. Your spirit goes back to God. Your spirit will intercede for yourself, and interceding means will stand in the gap of. So you have your soul and your spirit, and then you have your body. Your body is not able to withstand over 100 years, some a little longer right now, because you have all the chemicals in the food and the water. You have the air is not as pure as it was in Adam's time, and you have a lot of variables too that cause death. Accidents, health problems, stress, your job, a lot of things can cause death. But is this really our final resting place? Is this all we have to look forward to? Now, death is something we all have in common. Death has been around since the beginning of time. We see it every day. It's all around us. From the falling of a leaf, from you stepping on an ant, there's death. Now, let's talk about a more emotional death. Is like a close relative, a loved one. Why does that happen? I mean, if God is so great and He's so good and He loves us, why allow death? Well, death is a part of life. Because when there is death, there comes life. Now, God is love, don't get me wrong, but we all still have our free will. We have our free will to do whatever we want, however we want, when we want. God wants your true worship. He wants your heart. He wants everything from you, but you have to freely give it to Him. That's why He made all of this. If I were to die, I'm safe to know that my soul, my spirit will be returned to God, because I accepted Jesus Christ into my life. Yes, I fall daily. I'm human. We all are. Just the same as we are human, we all face the same fate, which is the grave. Well, just think about it. The first sin was in the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve, and it has you thinking like, man, why did Adam have to sin? Why did you do it, man? Goodness, now we gotta all suffer for that one sin. Well, it is what it is, and we gotta continue going with what we got, and walk in those righteous steps no matter what, because God is still in control, and He is still good, and He is still in charge, like I said. So that's what we need to work on. That's the key. The key is we know that our flesh and our bones and anything physical won't last forever on this earth. So we need to key in on what we do need to work on, and that's our spirit and our soul. Every man, every woman, every person, every human being desires life. So then
there has to be an afterlife. Now our next question is, how do we get there? And how do we do this afterlife thing? If you call it that. Well, it's with Jesus Christ. Wait, hold on, guys. Before you start getting all crazy on me, hear me out. You have to hear me out. All throughout life, there has been consequences for everything we have done. Let's face it, with every reaction, there was an action that caused it. So, for instance, the fall of man. The fall of man was a direct effect of our disobedience to God. God said in the garden,
"Go, be fruitful, and multiply. You can eat of every tree, but this one tree, you shall not eat of it."
And what tree was that? Yes, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You see, the tree of knowledge of good and evil is basically a tree that they will be like gods if they ate from this tree. Now think about this. If we were like gods and also had the knowledge of good and evil and are able to live forever on earth, we will be in a living hell. Because think about this. We have all the knowledge, all the power, all the authority because we ate from this tree. And on top of that, we live forever. That means we cannot die. Now, human beings on this earth with the knowledge of good and evil, I have a tendency to abuse our power, destroy everything around us. This planet will be scorched with flames and atomic bombs going off every 30 seconds. But the worst part is that we won't be able to die. We'll feel every excruciating pain or hurt ever imaginable and not do anything about it because we'll be living with it. So, since that's not the issue and sin took place, we are dying.
A lot of yous watching this right now like sin. We all sin. Of course we all sin. But I'm talking about the initial sin, the very first sin of this world. The very first sin of this world was obviously the fall of man with Adam and Eve. If you have a question or you want to chime in, leave a comment below. If you like this, hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it.